Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of Ethereum is currently running into a very important resistance level that we need to be paying attention to. In just a moment, I'll be revealing exactly what that is alongside my next Ethereum price targets moving forward. I'll also be updating you guys on my Ethereum strategy and my Ethereum trade that I currently have open. And alongside all of that, because a lot of you have been suggesting it again in the comment section down below, I will give you guys a quick update on Cardano later in this video. And that is not all. A lot of you have been suggesting Solana in the comment section down below, so I will be adding that towards the end of the video as well. Definitely make sure you're watching this entire video from start to finish so that you're not missing out on all of that important information. And just before we jump into it, I'd really appreciate it if you could just drop a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more videos just like this one. I post these updates every day here on the channel. I normally post Bitcoin and Ethereum every day alongside some of the altcoins that you guys are suggesting down below. And as always, I really do appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour chart. And as you can see here, the price of Ethereum clearly broke out to the upside out of this bullish falling wedge pattern, as I've been discussing over the last few days. And of course, if you're on the channel and on my Twitter at the time of this breakout just here, we were actually entering into a major long position right here. And as you can see here, right now, I still have that long position currently open on Ethereum. It's right now sitting in about 100% profits, but I've actually closed half of that position because we did meet our technical price target. And also we are running into another important resistance level that I will let you guys know about right now. Back here on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame, bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool from this high at just above 4,000 US dollars down to this capitulation wick low at around 3,000 US dollars. As you can see here, we've got the golden pocket, the most important Fibonacci range right here, exactly where we've actually just found some resistance for the Ethereum price. And by the way, this range is roughly between 3.6 and 3.7 thousand US dollars. So for us to break above this resistance level, we need to see a push above 3.7k and actually flip this into supports. That would be amazing to see. And obviously, if that's the case, if that plays out there, then the next target to the upside will be 3.8k, and anything above that, I'll be looking towards 4,000 US dollars. But we cannot get ahead of ourselves. We cannot look at those higher price targets while the price of Ethereum is still currently below the golden pocket, at least at the time of filming this video, because while the price is still below that golden pocket just there, we still have a chance of having some bearish price action here in the short term. So mainly because of that reason, and also because we obviously met the technical price target out of that falling wedge pattern already. Once again, I closed roughly around 50% of that position. About half of that trade I have closed at around these sort of areas just here. And the other half of the trade I've obviously left open right now in around 100% profits, and I've moved the stop loss up towards around 3,500. I actually have a full trading tutorial video where I show exactly how I open and close trades, set stop losses, take profits, all of that sort of stuff in the description down below. It will be the second link in the description down below. Once again, that will take you to a video here on the channel that I made that shows you exactly how I trade crypto. Now, what's great to see at the moment is the fact that right now the price of Ethereum is holding these previous resistance levels just here. As you can see, these previous resistance levels that I'm talking about here are roughly around 3,500 US dollars. In fact, just above 3.5k, and that's actually pretty much where we're finding support right now, at least at the time of filming this video. So that is also a reason why I have my stop loss at around 3.5k, just below this sort of area just here. And another price target to pay attention to for Ethereum is out of this W pattern that we were previously forming just here. Obviously, we've already seen the break to the upside, but this gives us a new price target to pay attention to once again. And that technical price target is coming in at around 3,770 US dollars per Ethereum. And from the current price of Ethereum, that is still another gain of around 5% to the upside. But keep in mind, we still have that golden pocket right here that we cannot forget about. And what we're seeing right now in the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart here on the 4-hour time frame is clearly a breakout to the upside. This is amazing because over the last 1 to 2 weeks here, we've actually been in a short-term downtrend for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, which simply means Ethereum has been underperforming against Bitcoin. But now that we've seen this breakout for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, that means Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. But if you're bringing out the Fibonacci retracement tool just here, we're currently also running into the golden pockets for Ethereum versus Bitcoin, and we previously found massive resistance at pretty much this exact same price range. And the price range that I'm talking about on this chart is at around 0.0756 Bitcoin per Ethereum. That's where the 61.8% Fibonacci level is coming in at. And the top of the golden pocket, the 65% level, is coming in at around 0.0759 Bitcoin per Ethereum. So once again, while Ethereum is still below the golden pocket, we need to remain cautious in the short term because we could see a potential rejection. It's only after we can start flipping that into support, or if we see, obviously a strong break to the upside either way, then that is how you know that we can start flipping a little bit more bullish again for Ethereum. And of course, all of this is speaking about the short term, talking about what might happen over the next few days, maybe over the next 1 to 2 weeks, that sort of thing. But if you're talking about the much longer term, talking about months from now, even years from now, I am much more bullish on Ethereum in the longer term. And in fact, I'm pretty much always bullish on Ethereum if you're talking about many years from now. So it's also important to distinguish between different time frames because once again, we could be bearish in the short term, for example, but bullish in the long term. That's always possible. Now, quickly jumping into the Cardano to US dollar chart here on the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see here, we are currently still forming that head and shoulders pattern that I talked about yesterday on the channel. I mentioned that with that small pump to the upside right here, that we are potentially forming this right shoulder. And obviously, since then, we have come back down to almost complete the right shoulder. But this head and shoulders pattern is still not confirmed while the price is still above the neckline. And the neckline that I'm talking about, by the way, is pretty much right here. That is coming in at around $2.35 approximately. So yeah, what we would need to see for this head and shoulders pattern to actually confirm to the downside is a break below the neckline with confirmation. So either a spike or a surge in volume as we're breaking that level to back up that move, or if we could see a retest off that level, that would be amazing to see as well. But just one or the other can actually confirm a break of that level. But obviously, the more confirmations, the better. And also some major candle closes below the support just there can also help confirm a break to the downside. And the technical price target for this pattern has not changed since yesterday, obviously. So for the brand new viewers on the channel that missed my video yesterday, definitely check out my last Ethereum video. Once again, I included Cardano in that video and I explained the exact price targets for this pattern. But if you're taking a closer look at all of these resistance points just here and bringing out this line of resistance, as you can see, we've clearly got an increase in selling pressure at the moment. But if you're looking closely at the supports just here, if you're more so paying attention to these original lows back here, we've actually almost got an increase in buying pressure. So this is resulting in the price actually entering into a tightening range, and we're getting ready for a major move sometime soon. Now, from where we are right now to the end of this triangle pattern, that's around 4 days away. So basically within the next 4 days, it's very likely that we're going to see a pretty big move for Cardano. And by the way, a symmetrical triangle pattern isn't necessarily a bullish or bearish pattern. Generally speaking, they are pretty neutral, but often they can be used as trend continuation patterns. So for example, if we're heading to the downside into the triangle pattern, then they might have more of a bearish bias, but it's not really enough of a bearish bias to actually call this a bearish pattern. So first of all, the resistance that we need to break above to confirm a potential breakout to the upside is coming in at around $2.60. We need to see a confirmed break of that level before we can activate the price target to the upside. And then the supports that we need to hold is once again at around that $2.35 level. And getting into the technical price target for this pattern, first of all, if we break the resistance to the upside with confirmation, that will activate this price target up here at around $3.18. So from the point of the breakout just here to that price target, that is around a 23% move to the upside. And now checking out the price target, if we break the supports just here with confirmation once again, that puts us at a potential price target of around $1.77. So from the point of the break just here at that support down to that price target, that is around a 25% move to the downside. Now, do I think Cardano is actually going to perform a massive move like that? Well, honestly, it actually depends on what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing. For example, if Bitcoin is looking very bearish and if Ethereum is looking very bearish, then it's very likely that Cardano is going to see the same thing to the downside. But if Bitcoin and Ethereum are looking very bullish, for example, if they're both breaking above that golden pocket that we've been talking about, in that case, it's very likely that we're going to see Cardano trend to the upside. But if Bitcoin and Ethereum just consolidate sideways, that is when Cardano can actually make a move of its own. And once again, those are the price targets that I will be paying attention to, whether we're breaking the exact support or resistance just here. And also, also seeing the decline in volume, that is also a sign that we are due for a major move sometime soon. And now quickly giving you guys an update on Solana. Once again, a lot of you have been suggesting Solana in the comment section down below, and I'll try and read all of your suggestions that you leave in the comment section and also at my Twitter as well. And I simply just include the most suggested altcoins in these videos first. And also, if you have any other suggestions other than just altcoins, for example, if you want me to review a platform or if you want me to make a tutorial of something, let me know in the comment section down below. And I'm open to pretty much anything crypto related for as long as a lot of you are suggesting it in the comment section once again. But yeah, getting into the Solana chart here, as you can see, we actually previously formed a small descending triangle pattern right here in the middle of all of this price action. When you're bringing out the line of support and the line of resistance, this was actually a very clear descending triangle pattern, and the technical price target for this pattern was coming in at around $136 approximately. And right now we haven't actually met that technical price target just yet. At least we actually just found a lot of support exactly where we found support previously for Solana, as you can see. And when you're bringing out this larger support line that we're using right now, what's very interesting, if you're extending this line of resistance, we're actually potentially forming an even larger descending triangle pattern right now, and we're getting very close to the break of this pattern. In fact, we're probably going to see this descending triangle pattern break within the next 1 day. And technically speaking, a descending triangle pattern is a bearish pattern, so that just means that it is more likely that we're going to be breaking to the downside. But with that being said, it's not impossible for us to head to the upside. I want to make that clear. In fact, roughly around 3 times out of 10, this type of pattern breaks to the upside, and roughly around 7 times out of 10, it breaks to the downside. So that's why it's called a bearish pattern. It's simply because this pattern normally breaks to the downside more often than it breaks to the upside. So the support right now that we need to hold above is coming in at around $150. If we start breaking well below $150, then that is how you know that we're getting ready to actually head towards the next price target potentially. And if we're breaking the resistance just here, which by the way, the resistance is coming in at just above $160, so around 162 give or take. But preferably if we're forming a higher high here on the chart, that is how you know we're breaking to the upside and activating the higher price target. Now getting into the technical price targets for this pattern. First of all, if we're breaking to the upside, the technical price target is coming in at pretty much the all-time high at around $220. But if we're breaking the support here to the downside, then the technical price target for this pattern is coming in at around $91. So that would be a drop to the downside of around 39%. Now, do I think Solana is going that low? Well, honestly, it is very hard to say, obviously, with a drop that big. Of course, it is possible, but it would become more likely if we actually see a drop in the price of Ethereum and Bitcoin once again, because as I just said for Cardano, if Ethereum and Bitcoin are looking very bullish, especially if Ethereum and Bitcoin break above that golden pocket that I was just talking about, then this price target to the downside would become a very unlikely scenario. But keep in mind that even if we had a pretty bearish move just like that, that is absolutely nothing compared to what we've seen the bulls accomplish over the last couple months here for Solana. And obviously, short-term cool-offs along the way are completely to be expected along such a major run-up. But with that being said, whether or not Solana is bullish or bearish in the short term, I see Solana as a long-term hold considering its fundamentals. Obviously, do your own research as well when it comes to investing into altcoins. But I myself, I have some Solana that I am holding for the longer term, regardless of really what's happening here in the short term. If we do end up playing out a little bit more bearish price action, then I will see that as a buying opportunity to potentially pick up some more Solana at some cheaper prices before we head higher in the much longer term. And as always, I post these extra updates on my Twitter in real time throughout the day. So if you want to get all of these extra updates throughout the day, definitely check out my Twitter. The link to my Twitter is in the description down below. But anyway, that's just about everything I have to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more videos just like this one. And also, considering these amazing opportunities in the market right now, you might as well share these videos around with your friends to get your friends involved in this amazing opportunity once again. And there's seriously never been a better time to stay active in these markets considering the amazing volatility that we're seeing. And for those of you that are sharing these videos around, I really do appreciate that, not just because it's growing this channel, but it's allowing me to educate a wider audience here on YouTube. And eventually this is a push towards mass adoption, which is obviously what every crypto investor wants. And of course, I appreciate all of you that are even just turning up on these videos each and every day. But anyway, that's just about everything else to say for this video once again. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.